No, bitch, you're over-consuming calories. And you are not a bad person. You're not eating badly.
No.
You're just not eating smart. Hello and welcome to another vlog on YouTube and podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Fit Minds Podcast, Coach Mariah Jean and Coach Chloe Jane here.
Hi.
How you doing? I look even taller than you at the moment. I need to sink down a
Sorry,
bit.
I'll correct my posture.
I'm over here. Chloe is short, but not that short.
Shrinking
Give
into
myself
the
some
couch.
extra feet. People think I'm a 6-foot gargantuan or something. Let's get stuck in today's podcast topic. In light of the viral post that went a bit nanas a couple of days ago, man, there's been some interesting comments on it. Like,
Oh, really?
95% of people have been like, yeah, that makes sense. The topic of you're eating healthy but not losing weight. Mm-hmm. Eating healthy, not losing weight. Question mark. I eat healthy, and then this whole I had a lady yesterday. She was like, I think I'm insulin resistant. You know, I'm on diabetes type 2 medication, and there's this I'm eating really well. I make good choices, and they probably do make good choices, right? This is what we're trying to get at. It's like, you're not a bad person.
No.
You're not, because if you're overweight or you have extra body fat that you're trying to lose, and you're making smart choices. Let's use some examples of healthy eating where a person might not be losing weight.
Well, obviously you got like your smoothies.
Smoothies.
I find people who overconsume things like salmon.
I was just about to say salmon. It's funny because this lady literally said, I have salmon for lunch every day.
Yeah. You know, portion sizes in general.
Avocado.
Nuts.
Juice. Although some people probably know that juice isn't super healthy.
Juice I don't see. I'm just trying to think of my mum.
It is the older generation.
Yeah.
And they're seeing us drinking these sugar-free drinks.
Yeah.
It's funny the amount of comments I got on the post. It's poison. I would rather drink water than poison. I'm like, oh God, you sound like my stepmother.
Yeah. Well, every time, because when Josh and I go over to my parents' house for dinner, not every Sunday, but most Sundays, we bring a sugar-free soft drink.
It must make them cringe.
Cruel. It crawls in her skin.
Crawl. Don't drink sugar-free soft drinks. You're gonna die.
And she's like, that's so bad for you.
It's not.
I'm like, yeah, if you drink about 4 cartons a day, maybe.
I think it's something like some ridiculous amount of cans per day. I think you're more likely to get crushed by a vending machine than to die from.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't
it's
know
like
that
the statistics.
statistic.
To die from over-consuming artificial sweeteners and sugar-free drinks.
Yeah.
But they actually, so this is where the study came from, right? Was that they did a study in lab rats.
Yes.
And it caused cancer in lab rats. And the amount consumed for the lab rat, right, was obviously in excess of what that lab rat could tolerate.
They're this small, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
When they applied this similar model to human beings, it meant that you would have to consistently, every single day for the rest of your life, consume something like, I think it's 50 or 60 cans or something like some stupid amount.
If you have the budget for that.
If you have the budget or the gut.
Yeah.
I can't drink that much sugar-free soft drink in a sitting.
I think the most I probably have is like
2 or 3 when you're on night out or something. Yeah.
Maybe 4.
Yeah,
But and that's just because of boredom. I may as well have another one.
And if you're at a party or whatever, it's a better option than alcohol.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to get at here is that this podcast is talking about, a lot of the time, I honestly think it comes down to lack of knowledge.
Well, it's lack of macronutrient knowledge and
understanding,
calorie.
Yeah. What's in what you're eating.
Yeah.
And there's an assumption that when you eyeball something and it looks healthy, that then it's going to have the benefits of the health benefits.
Yeah.
But then it's also going to be able to keep your body fat controlled.
Correct. Say, for example, you've got a cheeseburger on a plate and then you've got a nice big serving of salmon with some rice, some vegetables.
Sweet potato cooked in olive oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultimately, that salmon is going to be a higher calorie meal than the cheeseburger.
Sometimes the piece of salmon has more calories in it than the cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, right?
Yeah.
And let's talk about salmon. Okay, so people are like, all right, now I'm understanding. When we talk about calories, because this is probably where this
Yes.
topic is not understood.
Yes.
Calories are numbers
Correct.
that are associated with a food item,
Correct.
a value
Yes.
that it comes with, and it's not made up.
No.
It's just the energy that is in that food item. It's represented by a number,
Correct. And it's the breakdown of your macronutrients,
which creates those calories.
which creates those calories.
So it could be something coming from protein, something coming from carbs,
Carbs and
fats, or all three.
yeah.
Not often I suppose legumes probably fit that category sometimes. Yeah, like peanut butter is one of those weird ones. So, okay, salmon is very high in fats. Now, when we talk about fatty foods, people always automatically default to
McDonald's. Yeah.
deep fried.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't eat that. I don't eat fatty foods.
Well, one of the common things I hear is healthy fats and bad fats. And 9 times out of 10, these bad fats are high in saturated fats, which can be the cause of excess body fat. But like trying to explain this, at the end of the day, fats are fats.
Yeah, whether the fats come from avocado or whether they come from salmon or whether they come from
A cheeseburger.
vegetable oil or whether they come from a fatty cut of meat, they are fats. And what fats are is a macronutrient that are very dense in calories.
Yeah.
So per gram of fat that we see, right? So like a fat molecule, or whatever you want to call it, you then see that there is 9 calories.
Yeah.
So imagine that this is when we, compare things like a tablespoon of olive oil or a fatty cut of meat or fatty salmon, because salmon is fatty.
Yeah.
It has good fats.
Yeah.
It's got omega-3, omega-6. Fantastic for your skin, for your gut. Like it's great for your brain.
Yeah.
Is it really a really good fat loss food?
No.
Not particularly.
No.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you can have salmon, and like I love a piece of salmon. Yeah. Like in the air fryer, crispy skin, like chef's kiss.
Delicious.
But if you're on a fat loss journey,
Correct.
then there are better alternatives out there where you can get the volume that you need. Because this is often what comes into play, is because it is higher in calories than, say, for example, extra lean beef mince.
Or chicken breast.
Or chicken breast. You don't get as much volume for what you're eating if you were to eat the alternative.
100%. And then also you're not getting as much protein either.
Correct.
And I think too, people are finally smartening up to the idea that we do need more protein in our diets.
It's very pushed.
Yeah.
it's very
like,
pushed.
I'm just trying to get more protein. I'm like,
protein this, protein that.
where it comes from, where that protein comes from is important depending on your goal.
Correct.
So let's, for example, use, like at the moment, I'm in a little deficit at the moment just to try and push a little bit more to my wedding, probably an extra kilo maybe if I'm lucky, right? So I'm eating things like chicken breast, very extra lean steak, protein yogurt, whey protein powder, things that have next to no fat in them.
Correct.
And also obviously most protein sources, if they're meat-based or dairy-based will have some carbs if they've got like more lactose in them.
Correct.
But in essence, we're trying to keep our fats down because that is the macronutrient that has the most calories.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't mean cutting fats out of your diet entirely.
And I think this is a big thing, is that people then go, oh, fats are the enemy.
Oh, let's just cut them out.
Yeah, like let's not eat them at all.
Oh, good. Yes, I'll take this podcast and I will run with it.
Yeah. Well, can't have that Scotch. And like in terms of hormonal health, like it's still very important that we still achieve fats within our diet. But it's about finding that balance between enough and not to
enough
a point.
and too much. Yeah. Which is why I think that when people are looking for a one-size-fits-all answer to nutrition...
Correct. It does not. It's not black and white.
I think it's because there are so many other things in life that you can go and look for where there is just one answer.
Correct. It's logical.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I want to... I don't know.
I sprained my ankle. I get a splint.
Thank you.
It's better. Yeah.
Right. You know, and then it's
solutions for problems.
I want to get my hair cut.
Yeah.
I get my hair cut.
Yeah,
Like,
correct.
So I think that people think with nutrition, well, if I just follow this very plain, blunt, singular rule,
Yeah.
then it will be fine forever.
Yes.
And in nutrition, it always depends. Like,
It's like when thinking about it. So you're around that, is it 65?
yeah, 65 kilos, yeah.
I'm around the 79-ish
Yeah.
at the moment. So for me, even being in a deficit, my fat content can be a little bit higher.
It can.
So I might be able to consume the salmon.
We would have actually completely different deficits at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it can be really confusing from an outsider's perspective. Well, hang on, she's on a weight loss journey. She's eating salmon, but she's not. Make it make sense.
Yes. And it's because as your deficit changes, which it will need to as you lose
Correct.
weight, you start to run out of room with your fats.
You have to be smart.
You're like,
with
okay.
where your fats are going.
Right, where am I going to take this from?
Yeah.
So, and especially when we get these comments, I actually got one comment. So I try not to pay too much attention to it, and I actually deleted half of them because I was like, oh my gosh, this
Don't have the brain capacity for that.
I didn't have the time to argue because my
Yeah.
inbox is going insane, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, this one guy was like, this is such a dangerous video.
Dangerous.
Yeah, apparently I'm running people over with my car. Yeah, that's how. No, I'm saying, as in like
I
that's.
was like, is that what he
I
said?
was like, why are you running over people?
I mean, get me in the passenger seat.
Yeah, let's
but-
do it. Who are we killing? Look, if someone goes missing, you know who did it. It wasn't me. This guy commented, and it was like, what did he say? Oh, I love a bit of juicy, like. I don't and I do, like on the internet when it's randoms, because I'm like, I'm never going to see you again, so who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
But then I hate it because I'm like, now you're just consuming my energy, go away.
Yeah.
But anyway, he commented, he's like, such a dangerous video. I'm like, that's such a dangerous attitude to have. Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Interpretate it in a dangerous way, and it's going to be dangerous.
Thank you. And he was like, you know exactly what you're doing. You're insinuating that people should consume a mostly processed food diet. And I was like, oh, yes. You have been able to summarize that this is my entire approach as a nutritionist.
Has he watched any of your videos?
Thank you. I was like, go back and watch the ones where I'm recommending chicken breast and veggies and
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm listing off 5 different food swaps that you can use. And if you have a look at them, they're mostly snacks.
Correct.
Like, they're not your main
And I think
meals.
that's because it is the easiest to overconsume in terms of snacks.
Correct. Yeah. And it's just pointing out, and if you go back and look at the video, guys, go and have a look at it, make it go more viral if you don't do it. But if you have a look at it, the comparisons are quite literally between, yes, what would be considered a processed food, but a version of it that is more macro-friendly, has less calories, has probably more protein, or in a way of a Coke Zero, no protein, but just no calories because it's soda and artificial sweetener. pretty
Correct.
much. And this guy was like, the dangers of processed food and da 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 da. And I said, you know what's more dangerous is people like you walking around talking about nutrition when you have no formal qualifications. And also summarizing me as a practitioner based on a 30-second video.
Well, I think not just that as well. Obviously, we're well aware that we have a really bad issue at the moment within society for obesity.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
And why?
Yeah.
Because of misinformation, misguidance,
Yeah.
and all that sort of thing. So
It's definitely because people are so used to black and white thinking.
correct.
And they cannot conceptualize or even settle with the idea that nutrition and people are nuanced.
Yes.
That there is grey.
Yeah.
That there is, well, it
There's
depends.
rainbow.
It's a rainbow, correct, exactly. Yeah, here I'm as grey as black as my heart.
Trust me.
All
I
the-
would normally.
There's all the colours of the rainbow when it comes to an answer about nutrition. And I think even we've been bad for this in the past before we became nutritionists, because we are both nutritionists, by the way. We're not just two people rambling on the internet about food.
We're
Just in case you
qualified.
find this podcast and you're like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
But there are so many different approaches that people take. And I was talking to a lady yesterday and she was like, oh, I've tried no carb, low carb, carnivore. And I'm like, it's all the same thing, just reducing your calories through only your carbohydrates.
Correct.
But then I was like trying to highlight to her that people will get some results with low carb because they're reducing their overall calories, right? They always hit a plateau.
Correct.
They hit a plateau when they get to a point where they can't lose anymore. And it's usually around, you see them coming to around the kind of like 80 kilo mark because they're like, well, I plateaued. I don't know what's wrong. And I'm like, because you're consuming more of a macronutrient group such as fats in higher amounts or amounts that aren't measured. And then not consuming carbs, which is making you crave carbs anyway. And so you're then you end up yo-yoing.
Correct.
And so what we're trying to get at here is there is a large difference between foods that are good for weight loss and fat loss and foods that are good for general health.
Correct.
And that there is still the portions of those foods still matter, even if they are healthy.
Yeah, correct.
Good for you.
Yeah, you can still have your nuts, but it's just not going to be very much.
You'd be surprised like how little you can have, which constitutes a serving.
Correct. I think almonds are like 6.
Yeah.
6 almonds?
Yeah, it's something like I actually had to specifically ask Alex to bring me 7 almonds the other night because I needed some fats. But this is what is really dangerous is if you are choosing to eat only clean foods and then you're going around telling people, well, I've got some sort of hormonal imbalance which is stopping me from losing weight.
Yeah.
No, bitch, you're over consuming calories. And you are not a bad person.
Yeah.
You're not eating badly.
No.
You're just not eating smart. That's literally it, right?
Correct.
Do you think people can wrap their head around that, or do you think we're just going to continue having this argument
I think it's going to be an argument
forever?
because of the, I don't want to say like society's expectations, because I feel like we are getting more knowledge. But I do think, and I don't mean for this to kick up the wrong way, because the older generation is the issue.
Actually, yeah, it is the older generation. But do you know what's funny? It is mostly them because they didn't grow up in a day and age where
but
this
then
made
also
sense.
on the flip side of things, I do see a lot within our age bracket of people trying carnivore, keto, yada, yada, yada. And that's because people are jumping on trends that they think are going to give them the results the fastest, because we are impatient, because we are...
Because they're easy.
Lazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think because we're not willing to invest the time and effort that does go into, whether it be even the smallest amount additional, to think slightly differently about what we're doing.
Well, this is the way it is, and that's the way it's going to be.
Yeah.
She got old Sheila over there got results. Well, I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to expect the same results. And if I don't get the results, it's the program's fault. It's keto, like,
or it's my hormones, or it's cortisol, or it's I've got diabetes. It's like, well, if it's type 2 diabetes, then that's overconsumption of calories and insulin resistance because you're consuming too many carbs that don't digest slowly enough.
Yeah.
That was a very long sentence, but try and slow that down and listen to it again.
Leo would do it in slow motion.
Thank you. I think if you are that head fucked that you are out there not believing nutritionists and dietitians, you tinfoil hat wearing dickheads, keep doing it.
Yeah.
Keep doing it, babes. You will forever, for the rest of your life, have some form of disordered eating pattern.
Yes.
And or a mediocre mid-physique.
Yeah.
Plus potentially miss out on social occasions and events, and no one thinks you're a hero except you.
But you know what's funny though?
Brutal.
I think as well, people who follow these guidelines, because they are under eating in a way, but over consuming, which we've spoken about before, they do go to these events and they end up
Gorging.
Over consuming massively.
And then feeling huge guilt for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
they're
then
like, I haven't had this in a few years.
Yeah. Or it's like, I have a slither of cake, and then a sliver turns into fucking half a slice.
And then it's I've either eaten really bad or I've eaten really good and I'm a really bad person and blah, blah, blah. And it's the same cycle over and over again. This guy that was commenting this stuff, right? I'm going for this guy's throat.
Was he fat?
I will tell you, actually. He had a very mid physique. He wasn't fat, but he was one of those guys that almost every second picture or video of him was shirtless.
Yeah.
And I felt like commenting on his posts and being like, I don't think you should be... It's terrible. I don't think you should be shirtless because there's nothing special going on here. And I wasn't trying to be critical. He was quite nasty to me. So I was like,
Yeah.
you know me. I never come to someone unless they come for me.
Mariah goes for your throat if you go for hers.
I genuinely will not. I'm the nicest person unless you come at me. I'm like a bulldog that's calm until you bark at me. And I'm like, that's fine.
A protection dog,
Yeah. But anyway, this guy was like, you know, da da da. And I looked at his profile. He was a dating expert
Oh my goodness.
on women.
Nice.
And every video he did was just him talking at the camera, being like, this is what women want. And I just was like, you don't know the first thing about women. Like, this is just ridiculous. And what was funny is I love these relationship experts that don't have partners.
You're such a good relationship expert. Where the fuck's your missus?
Like, number one, what is going on here to the point where you can just keep spitting out these videos of yourself talking at a camera about what you think women want? And then the other videos were him going up to random women on the beach and asking them questions about things they do and don't like.
How ironic at the beach.
But it was so funny because I was like, you are making those women so uncomfortable. Like you're doing the very thing that you probably shouldn't be doing. Anyway, and I was like, it made me realize that this guy was speaking about nutrition to me and on my posts and stuff, very clearly didn't have any qualifications.
Yeah.
Probably a guy that honestly has orthorexia, which is, if you guys don't know what orthorexia is, and look, if this is you, this is pretty scary because I had this. This is 14 years ago. An obsession with healthy eating.
Correct.
Right? It's actually it's classified as an eating disorder where you will not eat packaged foods or you refuse to.
Yeah.
And you either A, have this like, you think it's going to kill you or it's going to make you fat. Or B, you avoid them like the plague and then you end up binging on them and you have an incredibly black and white yo-yoing disorder.
You end up making you bulimia and...
Correct.
Yeah.
And if you're going around the internet and doing what he was doing and like preaching this, it is...
You're instilling in your own mind that this is the right thing to do.
It's the equivalent of cult-like behavior.
Yeah.
In religion, but obviously in nutrition. So just be mindful of the idea that when we talk about eating processed foods that are lower in calories and better for weight loss, we're not saying that that needs to constitute 90% of your diet.
No.
But they're saying the base of your diet is whole foods.
Yeah. And I think this is where we end up within that yo-yo, because obviously we have these people saying, oh, you can't have McDonald's and you can't have this. Fast food is easily accessible in our day and age. Right?
Yeah.
And it is the default for, especially within the mum realm.
Yeah.
Because we are just sleep deprived, because we are cooked by the end of the day and yada, yada, yada. And so when we have women that opt for these takeaway options because of this, you know, you can't have processed food, you can't have this, you can't have that, they eat it, then they have the guilt. And then it just creates this vicious cycle. And this is why we're here sitting and saying, you know, it's not the case. If you're feeding this information to women, we are the most receptive, what am I thinking of?
Category of people? Like, yeah.
Demographic, correct.
Yeah.
Especially
with dieting.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, obviously I know men experience the body dysmorphia, those sorts of things. But as women, we are very, very bad for it.
Yeah.
And when we see comments on posts like, oh, you shouldn't be eating that, it's so processed, the guilt that you are creating around that specific food source is what is leading to these bad eating habits.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's feeding back into it. And I suppose too, we've got to remember, what constitutes a processed food? What does processed mean?
Yeah.
It means like it goes through a process.
Yeah.
For it to become...
Every type of food has an element of process.
Unless you are quite literally
living off the grid and
growing food in your backyard and eating the lettuce directly off the plant.
Yeah.
Every food item that you currently see goes through some sort of process.
Yeah.
Including your meat. Here's a fun fact. Go and look at the meat that you buy from Woolworths, Coles. Look at the back of the packet. There are stabilizers added to it. Like you here you are out here thinking, oh my gosh, I'm just this like epitome of health. And what you don't realize is that even the coffee that you drink, every single thing that you consume is to a certain degree
Processed.
whether it goes through 1, 2, 3 or 10 steps processed. And just because the product has gone through 20 or 30 steps to become, or ingredients, whatever, to become a food item, doesn't automatically make that bad for you, right? Or bad for your health goals. There are going to be some foods that, yes, contain maybe multiple different ingredients. Some might stir up your gut health a little bit because they're irritants.
Yeah.
But you're not going to fucking die if you eat it.
You're not going to get fat.
It's not going to... Processed food does not make you fat. Highly caloric
Caloric overconsumed.
Let's try that again.
Here.
Caffeine. Calorically dense foods.
Yes.
Calorie dense foods.
Yeah.
Foods that contain a high calorie value.
Correct.
Which are going to constitute both health and whole foods and also processed foods, will make you fat over time if you are over consuming calories.
Yes. Correct.
That's fucking it.
It's science.
Science and maths.
Yeah.
Science and maths. And you know what? I don't care if you don't like science and maths. I do care if you ignore it.
Correct.
I do care if you think that there is some sort of conspiracy theory out there where the world is trying to fuck you over through your food that doesn't actually exist.
Correct.
Aside from, obviously, we know everything that is being readily made and more processed now than ever. Sometimes, yes, we do end up with some stuff that is nutritionally not the best.
Correct.
But, you know.
As long as it's not eaten all day, every day, you're going to be fine.
Most of the time too, we'll see that people follow either one or the other, right? It's like they have a highly processed food diet or they're only eating healthy food.
I look at my diet and I would say it's balanced.
Yeah.
Like I have takeaway probably once or twice a month.
Yeah.
And
once a week, Jesus.
I was going to say, sometimes it's more than that. Like recently it's been more than that.
Yeah.
But once a week, sometimes it depends, like money.
I know, right?
But, and like, I would say I eat relatively healthy.
Yeah. Yeah, but you don't have to like not have some processed food.
I have chocolate. I have rice cakes with chocolate. I have takeaway. I have cereal. I have,
And then she also has fruit, and she also has vegetables, and she also has rice, and she also has
potato
and meat. Like, stop thinking in such black and white extremes.
Yeah.
We always say 80-20.
Yeah.
It is absolutely true.
Yeah.
And then pay more attention to your calories, be mindful, don't obsess about it, but maybe it might be worth, again, seeking out some support and help.
I was going to say, and I think this is, like, we've had lots of women come to us and be like, I understand. I get it now.
Now I get it. Yeah.
And that's because we don't expect you to know, but we want to teach you.
We don't want this to be a toxic relationship that you're stuck in for the rest of your life where you're counting calories and you're miserable. And I had this conversation with a client who's literally just come on board, and she's like, I really want to make this sustainable, but I'm really worried about, okay, sure, if I need to be mindful of this and pay attention to it, or someone's going to do a plan for me, when does that end?
Yes.
And the answer is when you know enough about food to be able to make informed decisions, to understand how to maintain your results.
Correct. And it's trying to find that fine balance, because obviously we want to provide you with a meal plan, a guide. But also on the flip side of things, macro tracking is fantastic because you have the ability to learn.
Flexibility, yeah.
And it's about teaching you breakdowns of things and etc. within your meal plans to get you to a point where you can eventually look into tracking macros and then get to a point where you don't necessarily have to track your macros.
Where you can eyeball food.
And I think this is where we run into the issue, because us as a generation, we're impatient.
Oh God, yeah. You know what I've been hearing more of lately in calls, which I'm really loving, is I'm willing to give this time, and I know this is going to take not just time to achieve the result, but time to understand it and time to learn about what's required and how to do this myself. And I've said this time and time again, nothing great will happen in 8 to 12 weeks. And I mean that in a sense of what happens up here in your head, right? Think about it. Did you learn English overnight? Did you learn to ride a bike in 2 days? Like, there is going to be a timeline for everything that you do in life, and if you avoid, probably chronically, like you have been, if you are a person who's been only clean eating.
And I was actually thinking about it on the way here. We as a society are also riddled with mental issues.
Yeah.
ADHD, autism, all of that sort of stuff. Very mentally diverse generation. That also, I think, we're steering so far away from the conversation, but
it does come into it because there are people who will hyper focus on whatever they just fall into or they've been led into, right?
Yeah.
Like with ADHD, a person might hyper focus on clean eating.
Correct.
Or they may avoid eating because they have no appetite, and then they may think, well, if I eat anything bad right now, then I'm a bad person. So exactly, there are so many added layers rather than just I'm going to eat this way or eat this way.
And I think that's like where I was stemming with that, in the sense of it's really important to have that support.
Yes.
Because like as someone who suffers from, like I joke around, I'm mentally complex when it comes to things. I've got issues, okay? It's nice to have someone that understands and that is able to articulate with you about certain behaviours. Like we're almost, we joke about it a lot, but we're therapists.
Yeah.
We're unlicensed
therapists. There is a degree of therapy. It comes down to behavioural stuff. And
it's like cognitive things.
Yeah. We will watch what you do, your behaviours. We don't judge you. We'll watch what you do. We'll watch the way you behave. We'll watch your responses. We'll watch the way you eat. We'll watch how you respond in certain scenarios with food. We'll watch choices, the way that you talk to yourself.
And we give recommendations.
Right. And our brains are like little computers. Not Alex, because Alex is terrible at this. I was just used to saying Alex. I'm always talking about Alex. Chloe and I will have a conversation. It's the second person that I talk to the most. Chloe and I will have a conversation about a client, and it never comes across from like a nastiness. It's always, oh yeah, I think this is happening, this, and this, that's a flag for this, and this. Well, it's probably because of that,
Yeah.
And she's like, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So it's not that you are predictable.
No.
Because we're not. We're complex. We are.
Yeah.
It is all very...
There's different... We're onions,
We
as
are
Shrek
onions,
will
we
say.
have layers. We have layers. But it explains why you cannot just come to a nutritionist, a dietitian, or even a post on Instagram and go, that's what I'm going to do. That's why working with a professional is important, because like anything, like starting a new job, like anything that you've done in life, a trade, some sort of skill that you've mastered, nutrition will never, ever, 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 ever in a million years be something that you can have perfect in a matter of 8 to 12 weeks. You right there, Chloe?
Sorry, excuse me.
Chloe's just doing some ASMR burping in the background. It's beautiful, thank you.
You're welcome.
So anyway, that's enough for out. Yeah. Can you hear that, guys? Whenever Alex listens to our podcast, he's just like, what are you doing?
That's what, when you put two neurodivergent women together.
We're spicy. We're so spicy.
But yeah.
Anyway, that's why we have no distractions in the room, because that would go really badly.
It would. It would.
Ooh, a butterfly. Anyway, so what are we talking about? Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'm like, hang on. We're wrapping this up, I think.
Let's circle back, shall we? And what's funny too is we'll do this with like no sleep, and like even when we're in a bad headspace, and we'll just be like boop 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 boop.
Yeah,
boop.
no, literally.
And yet for some reason,
And Josh will be like, why were you on the phone for like an hour?
because darling, don't ask.
Yeah.
I'll do another hour.
Yeah.
Don't tell
And
me.
this is why our podcast, like, it's funny where it's like, okay, 9:30.
Half an
like,
hour,
yes,
20
wait.
minutes.
And then it's like, what are we, like an hour later? You're welcome.
I think it's relatable. I think there's a lot of
Yeah.
nutritionists and dietitians out there that are fucking boring. You know, like
Yeah.
they just come out with this cardboard shit, and they're like, nutrition facts.
protein.
This is how much fiber you need per 1,000 calories. I mean, like, yeah, we could do that.
There is a layers for that.
We could do that, but you want real people. You don't want...
You're not going to listen to that. You're not going to
Absolutely
sit
not.
down, drink your morning coffee with It's like putting
like,
yourself back to sleep again.
That robot, not that again.
I mean, if you want to take a good nap, maybe listen to it in the background. But
Do you know, it's funny, people actually tell me they're falling asleep to my podcast, so don't joke about that.
I mean, I'm that person that needs to listen to something to fall asleep anyway. Maybe I just subconsciously listen to us in the background to fall asleep.
I never listen back to my podcast anymore because I'm like, what the fuck were you saying? Like, it's not the facts, it's more just the rambling. Like, anyway, such is life.
Such is life.
Love us. Please love us.
All of this conversation stemmed from me burping.
It really did. We haven't even finished our can yet.
Mine's like,
This
yeah.
isn't caffeine. I've had 2 sips.
I mean, I did have a coffee.
This is sleep deprivation as 2 mothers.
Yeah.
Fun times. Okay, well, anyway.
We're going to wrap this up now.
That was I don't think, does anyone listen to the last 5 minutes?
Well, they better.
Best 5, last 5. No.
The last 5 is the best 5.
Yeah, we're going to put a really, really helpful tip in 3, 2, 1.
Don't be a shit
Be
cunt.
nice to your mothers. Don't be a shit cunt. Don't go commenting shit on posts you don't know anything about.
Yeah.
That's you, mate. He's blocked now, so
Okay.
they'll end up there eventually.
Bye-bye.
You're in the block bin. Okay.
Yeah.
See you.
All right,
We love
bye.
you. Bye. Thanks. Bye.